Good evening, fans, and welcome to South Mountain Sports and tonight's lacrosse game, our final game of the evening, featuring the Michigan State Spartans and the Texas A&M Aggies. We're here on what for us in Arizona is a freezing cold night, and I was laughing with both coaches, and the coach from Michigan State said this is absolutely perfect lacrosse weather. Talking with a few of the fans, they all said, wait a minute, we all heard it was 90 degrees down here, which last week it was. So as we get ready for the start of the game. One of the things Texas A&M said at the beginning of the game was they worked diligently on winning the draws, and they did win the first draw of the match. As they go into the X position. Working it around the perimeter. One of the differences between the club lacrosse teams and the NCAA lacrosse rules is there is no shot clock, so they can maneuver the ball as much as they're looking for. And a foul has been called. That will result in a shot directly from the 8-meter line. It looks like it's number 14, Callie Barnett. Correction, it was number 24, Olivia Zander, taking the shot, saved by the Michigan State goalie. Ball is retrieved by Texas A&M. They work around the perimeter, get it in front, take a shot, and a goal is scored. Got wide open right there in front, and Texas A&M takes a 1-0 lead. It appears the goal was scored by number 14, Callie Barnett. Coming up from the midfield to take that shot again. The middle wide open for her. She had a direct shot on goal. Nothing the goalie could do about that one. As we get ready for the second draw. Again, Texas A&M said one of the things that they've been working on diligently since their last game was to improve on their draws. Let's see how well they do that. And we had a cross-check foul. Michigan State ball. Taking down what would be the east end of the field. Right now the wind is blowing across the field, so really no advantage that way for either team. And it would appear as though we had a foul called against Texas A&M, so it looks like you'll have a free shot coming for Michigan State. It looks like it'll be number 2, Amanda Grenader. Referee stops play and maneuvers all the players around the circle. There has been a change this year in the circle. There's not 5 spots anymore to be able to take these shots from. There's only 2. The shot goes high and wide. Michigan State still retains possession. One of the keys, definitely, that Michigan State talked about is teamwork, because they want to be able to get all their players involved. As they run their weave out front, trying to be able to do that, but lose it in front. Once again, it looks like a foul was called against Texas A&M. So it appears number 26, Alexis Heratis, doesn't take a shot. They pull it back out. And no, that was number 20, Gabrielle Beals. Shot is taken and score by number 2, Amanda Gnetter, tying the game at 1. There's many events happening this weekend here at Arizona State, and many teams are playing. In addition to the Michigan State-Texas A&M game is Oregon State, UC Santa Barbara, the Utah Valley University, Arizona State, Florida, and many other schools, Grand Canyon, are all playing here at ASU this weekend. In addition to all the lacrosse matches is the Sun Devil Classic softball games, as well as the Sun Devil baseball, and the basketball teams are also playing at home this weekend. So a lot of stuff going on here in Tempe, Arizona. Texas A&M does win the draw again. You notice the difference right away as Texas A&M is working the ball around their perimeter, where Michigan State was doing much more of a give and go and tossing the ball back and forth. Texas A&M now takes it in the X position. Takes a shot, saved by the Michigan State goalie, and a whistle on the play. It looks as though we're going to have an 8-meter shot. No, a 12-meter shot for Texas A&M. Shot is taken and saved by the Michigan State goalie. That's number 11, Dominique Pouncey. Michigan State trying to be able to come out quickly on the fast break. And we have our first yellow card of the game. I'm sorry, I can't see the player being sent off, but a player is being sent off for Texas A&M. And it looks like that'll be for a 2-minute releasable penalty. Number 2, Amanda Grenadier, takes another shot. And that goes wide, picked up behind the goal by Michigan State, but Texas A&M is awarded the ball. One of the things that definitely happens in club lacrosse is when they're a player down with no shot clock, a lot of teams will simply just stall the ball. We'll see if Texas A&M plays that or if they're going to aggressively go for the goal. And that seems like what they're about to do. As number 24 takes it right down the middle, Olivia Zander, and she picked up a foul. Foul on Michigan State. So at the ball, 12-meter line, and working it around again is Texas A&M. One of the things you may notice if you're used to watching female lacrosse in high school is in high school there's an awful lot of one-on-one plays. Here in the college game, that just does not fly, as the defenses are just too good for one individual player to be able to try to take over a game. You need to really be able to work the ball around. A lot of give and goes, quick passes. And ball control is the key. Again, being a player down, Texas A&M is now working the ball around the perimeter, but they're still getting it in front, taking a shot, and a foul has been called in front of the net. It looks like we'll have a free shot available to number 14, Callie Barnett. And she just pulls it back out. Ooh. And a shot was taken across the top of the head. Olivia Zander was taken by Lily Adolph. Adloff. Starting a little early. Michigan State defense has packed it in. And a shot taken and score has been made. That score was by number 52. And Porapat. The midfielder getting her first goal of the game, and Texas A&M takes a 2-1 lead. Unfortunately, fans, the scoreboard is on the other side of the field, and there isn't a game clock, so I'm not able to tell you how long you have remaining in the first quarter. I can tell you, however, the score is 2-1. The Texas A&M Aggies. The ball has been picked up by number 2, Amanda Grenader for Michigan State, who's taking the ball down the left side on the east side of the field, puts it right in front. Nice pass. And a shot and goal by number 14, Lily Adloff. Ties the game at 1. Correction, ties the game at 2. So Michigan State goes down 1, and within just a few moments is able to tie the game up at 2. The Michigan State coach at the beginning of the game simply just said, we want to be able to play better in all aspects of the game and just be able to continue to improve. Asking about any specific player, the statement was fantastic. As he just said, we need all players to be able to step up and always keep playing better. Sounds like coaches that I've known throughout my history. So Michigan State does win the draw. Again, that was something Texas A&M did want to be able to work on. So far, they've held their own. The draws have been pretty even. Nice save there by the Texas A&M goalie. The ball is taken away by Michigan State right in front of the net. And a shot taken and another save by Texas A&M. And now a fast break is trying to happen. They've lost the ball on the side. Oh, and a forecheck was done by Michigan State. Foul was called, Texas A&M ball. And a yellow card has been forgiven. Card given to Michigan State. Foul occurs by Michigan State. Beat Texas A&M ball. Number 13, Camarino Saucedo with the ball. Taking it towards the net, but taken away by Michigan State. Ooh, and take a shot from behind. On the Michigan State's number 46, Vivian Reinick. Oh, an errant pass by Michigan State forces a turnover. Texas A&M ball. They didn't give her enough room to be able to get the ball onto the field. So there's a restart. Griffin Young taking it down the side. Back to Camarino Salcedo. Back out front to number 24, Olivia Zender. She's working in front of the goal as best she can. Too many players there to take it away, but a foul has been called. And it looks like we'll have another free shot for number 24. Olivia Zander takes the shot and makes it. Giving Texas A&M a 3-2 lead. For those of you watching across the country, it's roughly about 7:30 here in Tempe, Arizona. Really not a cloud in the sky. And for Arizonans, that does mean that it gets cold because there is such a thing as the cool midnight desert air. So when the sun goes down, it does get cool around here. I know a lot of people there in the Midwest are probably laughing at that statement as we speak. But to us in Arizona, it is cool. Of course, we do have freeze warnings whenever it might get below 32 degrees. So it's all a matter of perspectives. Texas A&M does win the draw. Continues to work the ball around the perimeter again. Bring the ball in the X position. Seems to be a mainstay of their offense to be able to take the ball from behind the net, quickly move it back out, and then maneuver in front of the goal. Looks like a potential turnover, but no, Texas A&M is able to pick it up and stave off that turnover as they bring it back. And there's been pushing from behind by number 2, Amanda Grenader. Not a foul, simply just, oh, she is being sent off for a yellow card. That'll mean a 2-minute releasable penalty for Texas A&M. That's 2 yellow cards issued against Michigan State already in the first quarter. Triple team effort happening on number 4, Sarah Poppy. Still has it in front. And it looks like a foul has been called, having too many people into the goal area. So it's a penalty shot for Texas A&M, who pulls it back out. for Sarah Poppy, obviously showing off her skills as she's getting double and triple teamed sometimes and is still able to continue the ball and draws a foul. Comes in. Her stick was hit, caused a weak shot and an easy save for the Michigan State goaltender. Michigan State now with the turnover. Trying to get it quickly up the field. No fast break opportunities available here. And yet another turnover. It seems so far in this first quarter. Texas A&M has a rather significant advantage in ball control time. As Michigan State's second goal was scored very quickly. But the ball has been down here on the west end of the field for the majority of the first quarter. And speaking of the first quarter, even though a shot was taken right as the buzzer went off, the first quarter is over with the score, Texas A&M 3, Michigan State 2. We'd like to thank you for listening to South Mountain Sports. We are a nonprofit organization providing you with club lacrosse action. We specialize in providing games involving Arizona State University, the University of Arizona, and Grand Canyon University, as well as all tournaments like this that are happening in the Valley. We are proud to be able to do so and would appreciate any efforts that you would be able to give to be able to help support our efforts, again, here at South Mountain Sports. We'll take a quick break and be back with you in a moment at the start of the second quarter. Michigan State controls the ball here at the beginning of the second quarter. Again, as we talked about last quarter, Texas A&M had a significant advantage in time of possession. We'll see if Michigan State can even that out here in the second quarter. The score, obviously tight. It's only a one-goal advantage. We had a few technical difficulties there, but they've been taken care of. I had a lot of noise in my headset, but the Texas A&M goalie made a wonderful save. They work on a breakout, and the referee is stopping play, bringing it back. Texas A&M still quickly looking to be able to bring it up the field, see if they can get an advantage. As they are working from west to east. They bring the ball right in front, and a really nice save there by the Michigan State goalie, number 11, Dominique Pouncey. Nice play by Texas A&M to be able to knock it off and gain possession of the ball. Again, the ball's being brought down right down the middle of the field, trying to be controlled by number 52. And Propet. But turnover by Michigan State. Running up the field is number 22, Jenna McCuffey. Takes a shot, goes way over the top. It looks like it'll be Texas A&M ball. In all likelihood, the ball just started to slide out just before the shot because it went about 20 feet high. I know that was not her intent. But trust me, anybody that's tried lacrosse understands how difficult trying to be able to get that quick shot off can be. Fans, if you're not aware, this is one of 3 games that's been happening all day here on the lacrosse fields here at Arizona State University. And we're on the far north field. There'll be another full slate of games tomorrow as Michigan State looks like they have the opportunity taking the ball off of a foul, and it looks like it's number 2 once again, Amanda Grenader, taking a shot, but saved by number 31, Lily McLaughlin. No, correction. Number 33, Amaria Smith. Michigan State has done a much better job, though, here in the second quarter, maintaining possession of the ball. And as soon as I say that, they turn it over. Well, that's something that happens pretty much every time in every sport. It's the ultimate address announcer jinx. As once again, number 24, Olivia Zander, spinning in front. Giving it up, and once again, they take it back into the X position. Errant pass. Once again, picked up by the woman out in front, Olivia Zander. Tries to be able to get a pass in the front of the goal, but it's taken away by number 8, Abby Losi. Ooh, my. Cross-check has been called. And a green card has been issued. Those of you who don't know, green cards are still relatively new to the club lacrosse world, and it is to be able to eliminate dangerous plays in the middle of the field. They don't keep track of how many green cards you can get. However, it is a releasable penalty and does provide an advantage for Texas A&M. Talking to parents and representatives from both teams as they were real happy to be here and love the opportunity to get their season started here playing some other very strong lacrosse teams as the ball goes right in front, and a score by Texas A&M. Nice pass to a cutter coming right in front of the net. Trying to be able to see who that is. And it looks like it's number 12, Griffin Young, with the goal for Texas A&M. So that gives the Aggies a 4-2 lead. In another classic matchup between the SEC and the Big Ten. As we get ready for the draw, referee sees something he doesn't like, restarts the players. Up in the air, and once again taken by Texas A&M, but it appears to be, and yes, a quick turnover to Michigan State, picked up by number 21, Cassidy Yoder. Michigan State once again trying to quickly get the ball in front of the net, but makes a turnover. So now Texas A&M tries to be able to bring it quickly up the side of the field. Oh, and as a reminder, folks, teams are back at full strength, as the goal did bring the person back from the green card. As Texas A&M works the ball in front of the goal, taken by the goaltender. Once again, nice play by Dominique Palsy. Folks, we hope you do appreciate South Mountain Sports bringing you all of today's events, as we have covered 3 games, each on 3 different fields. So that's 9 games total that we've covered today, and there will be just as many again tomorrow. As another turnover there by Michigan State. Ooh, nice play by a Michigan State defender, number 12, knocking it down in the middle of the field. That was Taylor Young, causing the turnover and getting the ball for the Spartans. But then the Spartans turn it right back over to the Aggies. Spartans are playing tough defense now in the middle of the field, not even letting the Aggies get down towards the net. Now the Aggies set up their offense. They go back once again, looking for the players in the X position. And look for the player that's cutting in front of the net. Oh, they bring it out from the X position. Number 5 takes a shot. That was Faith Jorgensen. She missed. Michigan State picks up the ball. Ooh, tricky pass attempt, and number 6, Abigail Soriano, who wasn't able to control it, and a turnover, but redirected. And the Spartans now have it back. The Spartan ball out of bounds. In front, they give it back to Ava Perone. Now it's in the X position for Griffin Young. No, correction. Taylor Young. working in front, takes a shot. And a nice save by the goalie. The first shot was by Eva Perone. Couldn't tell you where the second shot was from, but a nice save by the goalie from Texas A&M. Ball is right in front and knocked away. Oh, and a long pass trying to be able to start the fast break. And it winds up still being, no, it's still loose. It's been a question of who's winning those 50-50 balls, and I can almost guarantee whoever wins the 50-50 matchup is going to win the match, because historically those two things go hand in hand. Right now it seems like both teams are doing a pretty good job at handling the 50-50 balls. I couldn't tell you if there was a significant advantage for one team over another. I can say, though, the score is Texas A&M 4, Michigan State 2, with roughly about half of the second period gone by. Michigan State, though, has done a much, much better job controlling the ball here in the second quarter. Ooh, and there was a push from behind. Ball provided to Michigan State. They work the ball out towards the front. Having a lot of cutters going towards the goal, but there's a lot of people in the way. So number 20, Gabrielle Beals, trying to be able to take it in front. And they draw a foul, so it looks like Gabrielle is going to have the opportunity to get a free shot on goal here. Comes in, takes a shot, saved by the Texas A&M goalie. Now the ball's down on the east side of the field. Once again, worked back behind the goal, now to the side. Ooh, missed the pass, was able to pick it back up. They had been working the ball primarily to number 24, Olivia Zander, who bleeds off the field at this time. So you're seeing a little bit more up-front action. A lot of movement around the goal, trying to be able to get loose for some of the players. Ball was right in front, a nice save by the Michigan State goalie. Again, that was number 11, Dominique Pouncey, making the save. Ooh, turnover by Michigan State. Fast break by Texas A&M coming down. Nice recovery by Michigan State to be able to back them back out. And a shot taken, and that marks the end of the second quarter. So at the end of the first half, the score is Texas A&M 4, Michigan State 2. Once again, thank you for listening and watching South Mountain Sports. We'll be back again shortly for the start of the second half. We're here for the second half with the score, Texas A&M 4, Michigan State 2. Had very little scoring. There was just one goal in the second quarter by the Texas A&M Aggies. Once again, we welcome you here to Tempe, Arizona, here on South Mountain Sports, and we hope you're enjoying a fantastic day of women's club lacrosse. Texas A&M wins the draw. Once again, their coach said that was something they worked on diligently, was winning draws. They have gotten a slight advantage in today's game. One of the keys to the game, though, has been winning 50-50 balls, and so far the two teams have been pretty even on that. The first quarter, Texas A&M had a pretty substantial lead in time of possession. The second quarter was pretty evenly matched. The two teams' offenses has gone about things a little bit differently. Texas A&M has really worked more towards working the ball around. They start from the X position, come back out, and continue to work. Michigan State has relied at least much more heavily for so far in today's game on fast breaks. So that's where they've gotten both of their goals. And a shot taken. And it looks like the penalty has been called. So number 24, Olivia Zander, looks like she's going to be taking it from the 8-meter line out front. Takes a shot and scores. Once again, that was Olivia Zander, her second of the game. And that makes the score Texas A&M 5, Michigan State 2. For us that live in Arizona, we'd be the first ones who would say maybe the two teams didn't get completely loosened up in the halftime. However, I think all those from Michigan would laugh at us by saying, well, 50 degrees is cold. But to us here in Arizona, trust me, 50 degrees is freezing cold. As I said earlier in the game, there's not a cloud in the sky, so it does lead to that cool midnight desert air. But once again, Texas A&M has now opened up a 5-2 lead. So we'll see if Michigan State can be able to make a dent in that lead. We'll see who wins the draw again. Again, this was important. And a mad dash for the ball. Once again, Texas A&M has it. Looks like they're right in front, taking a shot, and saved by the Michigan State goalie. Fantastic save. Once again, that was number 11, Dominique Pouncey. She's made a lot of saves and has really been able to keep her team in the game. But once again, one thing Michigan State has done a bit today is in taking the ball out of their own end, they turn it over, and there is another turnover that's happening. Both teams have shown an incredible amount of teamwork and have really done very well, especially for the start of the season. Asking the Michigan State coach before the game what some of the keys of the game to him were, and his response very simply was, we just want to be able to continue to improve on everything. They really wanted to be able to work on teamwork. They were looking for that long outlet pass. And there was a hold called against Texas A&M. Michigan State breaks out. Once again, trying to be able to get the fast break. That's number 14, Lily Odloff. Oh, but a turnover takes place. Texas A&M now has it coming right down the middle of the field. Number 5, Faith Jorgensen. Doesn't have the shot, pulls it back out. The Aggies set up the offense, taking it back into the X position. It's been a standard part of the Aggie offense today. They start from X, then begin working it around their perimeter out front. Getting lots of cutters coming in front. Looks like there was a push from behind that's being called against Michigan State. And the referees discuss it, and sure enough, that's exactly what was called. So that was number 52 from Texas A&M taking the shot, and Porapot. So once again, the save was made by Michigan State. Texas A&M once again breaking it back in front. And Texas A&M really has controlled the ball so far here in the third quarter. The ball has been here on the west side of the field pretty much the entire quarter. Shot taken and a goal once again scored by Texas A&M. Making the score 6-2.
Way to work, Aggies!
So I'm looking to be able to see who scored the Texas A&M goal. Well, I'll get that information to you later. But once again, that does make the score. Texas A&M 6, Michigan State 2. Previous goal was by number 13, Camarina Salceda. Michigan State finally wins the draw, gets it down into the Aggie end of the field. Be important for them to break the momentum here in the second half, as Texas A&M has already scored 2 goals. Break that momentum, get them back in the game. 4 goals may seem like a big lead, but in this game it really is not, as that can be wiped out in a moment. As Michigan State tries to be able to put it out in front, there was a cross-check that happened. So we have had a foul called. And it looks like number 8, Abby Losi, will be taking the shot. Comes in, takes it, bounces up over the net, retained by Michigan State. Once again, Abby Losi gets it, takes another shot, saved by Texas A&M. And this time they take a shot and scores. Looks like that was number 9, Hope Duell. So Hope Duell with the score, getting a much-needed goal, making the score Texas A&M 6, Michigan State 3. For those of you who are not aware, after every goal in women's lacrosse, they do a stick check just to be able to make sure the stick was legal. Hence, that's why you always see a little bit of a delay in play. As we come back from the draw, let's see if Michigan State can be able to come back and put a dent in this lead. They've already taken one out of it, but once again, Texas A&M does win the draw. Their familiar way, taking it back to the X position, then bringing it out in front. Can continue and send cutters in and out of the goal. Occasionally from the side, they do try to be able to bring it in. This time it's knocked away by Michigan State. Picked up once again by Texas A&M. Nice defense there by Michigan State, keeping the person from making any penetration whatsoever. Keep your eye out in front for number 24. She has it now. It's Olivia Zander. A lot of the offense has been running through Olivia tonight. Oh, there's a nice pass and shot and score. A nice give and go there from Texas A&M. And a second goal in a row by number 13, Camarina Sauceda. Making the score 7-3. Texas A&M Aggies over the Michigan State Spartans. As we're roughly about halfway through the third quarter of play. So unlike the second quarter, the scoring has really picked up here in the second half. The second half scoring is already Texas A&M 3, Michigan State 1. With a little less than 5 minutes gone here in the second half. Again, working off the draw. They're still fighting for it. And the ball has been given to Texas A&M. Camarina Sauceda has it on the near side of the field, working towards the middle of the net. The ball was loose and picked up by the Michigan State goalie. Now let's see if Michigan State can start the fast break. We know that's one of the things they like to do. They have made a few turnovers tonight, though, in trying to be able to get out quickly. They did lose it once again, but this time the ball was picked up on the side by number 5, Avery Gilbert. You no doubt can hear some of the fans in the background. There's a number of people here from both schools, representing both schools very well. Is Michigan State now doing more than just moving the perimeter? They've got a lot of player movement. It's number 22 has it in front, takes a shot, and scores. That was number 22, Jennifer McWethy, with the goal, her first of the game. Making the score 7-2. Correction, 7-4. Texas A&M. So again, we have a high-scoring third quarter here. The overall score is Texas A&M 7, Michigan State 4. Here in the third quarter. As the Spartan fans start picking up their cheer, doing what they can to help their team. And it works as Michigan State does win the draw. As number 20, Gabrielle Beals has it. Down the far side. And a foul has been called. And it looks like number 22, Jennifer McWelty, will have it again in front. Looking to be able to cut further in the Texas A&M lead. Takes a shot. Oh, a nice save by the A&M goalie. Once again, Michigan State picks up the loose ball, but an errant pass. Looks like it is going to be picked up, though, by Michigan State. The ball was picked up by number 5, Avery Gilbert, on the far side of the field. Now coming back by Tenny Collins. In front now by Gabrielle Beals. Over to Tenny Collins. Once again, there is no shot clock here, so you can be able to continue to work and get the shot you're looking for, which is really important here for Michigan State as they were looking to be able to get back in the game. The shot is taken and scored by number 2, Amanda Granader. Her second goal of the game, cutting further in the lead, making the score Texas A&M 7, Michigan State 5. And it looks like a timeout has been called on the field. It's a timeout here in the third quarter with the score, Texas A&M 7, Michigan State 5. Texas A&M had opened up a substantial 7-3 lead. Michigan State has made a quick run with 2 quick goals. Each team now has 3 goals in the second half, so it's definitely changed from the defensive battle we had in the first half to a much more of an offensive battle here in the second. Again, we do hope you enjoy this telecast from South Mountain Sports. We are a nonprofit organization bringing you these tournament games as well as games from the club teams from Arizona State University, Grand Canyon University, and the University of Arizona. And so obviously, tournaments like this here at the Lacrosse grounds on the campus of Arizona State University in Tempe, Arizona. On for what us is a cool February evening. As my camera person just smiles when I say that. It's interesting as they have my Spartan fans to my left and my Aggie fans to the right. You know, have a battle of the chants between the fans. A&M does win the draw. Taking a fast break themselves, but the ball got popped up and loose. Picked up by Michigan State. That was picked up by number 6, Abigail Soriano. Now with it, Amanda Granader. Amanda's got 2 goals already this evening. Amanda still has the ball here on the near side of the field. Now in the X position, tries to be able to bring it out front. Ball is loose in front of the goal, picked up by the A&M goalie. Ball was knocked away, and it turns into a turnover. Michigan State's ball.
That's all right. Defense, take the ball. 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 Take the ball.
Ball's on the far side of the field. And again, Commander Grenadier controls it. Couldn't tell you if that was a shot or a pass, but it's still going to be Michigan State ball.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Get the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball.
Michigan State has definitely gained momentum and taken control with the last 2 goals and their possession. Because unlike the start of the quarter where the possession was all Texas A&M, it has all been Michigan State here in the later part of the third quarter.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Take the ball. Take the ball. Take the ball.
Commander Grenadier tried to be able to cut through, and a foul has been called, and a yellow card has been issued. Looks like the yellow card has been issued to number 14, Kaylee Barnett. So she'll be sent off for 2 minutes.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
So it'll be really important to be able to see if Michigan State can be able to get the goal here.
Let's go defense.
Shot is taken, but prior to the shot, a whistle had blown. And it looks like number 99, Ava Perrone, is going to take a shot from right in the front of the goal. There's a shot and a goal. Once again, number 99, Ava Perrone, makes it 7-6, closing the gap to 1 for Michigan State. Texas A&M still up by 1, but Michigan State has now scored 3 goals in a row, and it's definitely taken momentum in the game.
Let's go Aggies. Be aggressive Aggies.
It says turn power off, turn back on later, but I don't know if you want to do the option of that.
I would try because I'm getting this big just buzzing in my ears.
Let's go.
We're running into a couple technical issues. We'll be right back with you in a moment, fans. We're not sure. And goal by Michigan State, tying the game at 7. And I believe that took place right at the end of the third quarter of play. So at the end of the third quarter, it'll be Michigan State 7, Texas A&M 7. We'll be back with you in a moment here on South Mountain Sports. we really appreciate the effort these ladies have given us tonight. They've given us a real exciting game with some incredible ebbs and flows going both ways. And once again, with most likely a little less than 2 minutes left to go in the game, we are tied at 8. And it will be Michigan State's ball in the Texas A&M Aggie end. Michigan State is wasting just a bit of time out front. We'll see how much time they do want to be able to take off the clock. This is a good move, is making sure that if they score, it doesn't leave much time left. If they don't score, it still also doesn't leave much time left for Texas A&M to be able to do much with it. And Texas A&M is just packing it in. If they want to be able to throw it around out front, they're obviously content to let them do that. All right, now Michigan State looks like they are getting into their offense. They definitely have some players you need to be able to watch out for, as there's a lot more player movement. As they're not just looking for individual play, they are sending cutters in front of the net constantly, and their passing has gotten substantially better here in the second half as they've come back from 3 goals down. Ball's now on the far side, bringing it towards the net, shot and score! Michigan State, with the score, takes a 9-8 lead. That goal was made, once again a hat trick now by number 2, Amanda Grenadier, with her 3rd of the game. Once again, giving Michigan State a 9-8 lead with very little time left in the game. Obviously an incredibly important face-off here. Correction. It's my hockey being associated there. It's a very important draw here with very little time left to go in the game. The Aggies consider this incredibly important, and boy, it sure is important now as it goes straight up into the air, and it is controlled by the Aggies, but knocked away by Michigan State, and now controlled by Michigan State. We'll see Texas A&M trying to double team, triple team the ball, see how they can be able to get away. But Amanda Grenadier just taking the ball around the back of the net and working on the far side of the field, waiting for a double team to come, and then giving it up to an open player. Michigan State once again works it around their perimeter. Texas A&M cannot allow them to do that. Again, with no shot clock, they could just run out the ball game. So Texas A&M has to pressure to be able to get a steal at this point. As Michigan State continues to be able to keep it out front, they're doing a wonderful job keeping the ball. They wait for a double. Oh, there's a shot taken to the head. And penalty was not given, but it is Michigan State's ball. As they're on the far side of the field, continuing double team, trying to be able to come. Back in the X position. on the far side of the field. Texas A&M looking for a double team anytime they can. Michigan State just working it around their perimeter in the far end, taking it close to the goal, then pulling it back out, actually working now towards the goal, and a risky pass. But Michigan State still retains possession. And a timeout has been taken by Michigan State. Coach maybe wanted to talk about that one shot that was taken where it did cause a lot of commotion in front of the net. It was a possible score, but it does seem as though the time is a much bigger element than trying to be able to get a score at this point in the game. We envision there is only a few seconds remaining in the game, but I'm sure the coach does want to be able to say ball control is really important. You don't need to take the shots. You don't need to be able to cut in front of the net where there's a lot of people with the opportunity to be able to lose the ball, and it was very close that they did. So probably just giving some reminders to their players. From the Texas A&M side, it's you need to do whatever you can to be able to get on the ball, double team it if you have to, try to be able to cut off any passes if possible. If you give up a goal, it kind of doesn't matter at this point. You need to be able to get the steal and get it down to the far end of the field as quickly as possible to be able to get a shot. Referee's blowing his whistle to have both teams come back out on the field. We hope you've enjoyed this exciting game where, once again, Michigan State is ahead 9-8. Texas A&M had taken an 8-7 lead after having a 7-3 lead. So Michigan State has scored 6 of the last 7 goals. With no clock, everyone here on the far side, people are trying to be able to find out how much time is actually left in the game. And it's obvious as Texas A&M has put everybody on one side of the field to try to be able to cut off all passing lanes. They tried double teaming. Oh my goodness. Number 2, Amanda Grenader took a shot to the nose. She's bringing it back in. And pulling it back out. As 2 Texas A&M players, now 4 Texas A&M players are converging on a single player. Michigan State trying to be able to go to open areas of the field. Texas A&M doing everything they can to be able to chase them. Right now, it is that ultimate game of keep away. And so far, Michigan State's doing a wonderful job at it. Texas A&M trying to be able to get it, but that's the ball game. Final score, Michigan State 9, Texas A&M 8. Michigan State wins. Fans, we hope you enjoyed tonight's telecast here on South Mountain Sports of the game between Michigan State and Texas A&M. Fantastic game. If you would, please consider giving to South Mountain Sports, as we are a non-profit organization providing ladies clubs lacrosse for those all across the country for this event, and sponsoring Arizona State University, Grand Canyon University, and the University of Arizona club lacrosse teams. I'm Craig Stevens. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you come back with us tomorrow to enjoy more exciting lacrosse action.